Um, Speaking of how you talk about what happened behind the scenes at Death Row, when we posted where you showed your plaques, some idiots tried to say, "Oh well, he didn't have anything to do with these albums. Why does he have these? Tupac didn't like him. Why does he have these?" For people that think that don't listen to our videos, that don't know the older ones, can you talk about some of your involvement with like a album like maybe Greatest Hits or something like that that you contributed to that allowed that album to even come out when other people did not want that Greatest Hits to come out and it ended up going diamond?
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate that the people that says it has nothing to do with Death Row. Before I want to hear somebody like a Edie or somebody that was around, my boy New Tao, even Danny Boy or somebody to say, Reggie didn't have nothing to do with Death Row. Reggie wasn't, every interview they give, y'all hear, people just subsequently say, well, we had to go through Reggie or we talked to Reggie or Reggie, Reggie or Suge, Reggie. But motherfucker that has nothing to do with Death Row or anything, oh, he had nothing to do with Death Row. He was just security. I owned a security company. Did very, very little security. Was too fat and slow for that. So no, I sold security guards. I sold guys to work with you. But that's for idiots that don't know. But yeah, I mean, like John said, the Tupac Greatest Hits album. Reggie's the reason that I mean, Suge probably would have eventually gave in. Now knowing Suge, I know he was posturing or playing hardball because he knew how to work Jimmy now. So he knew eventually he was going to do it because they needed it for the fourth quarter or whatever. But that's how he had to play it. I guess he couldn't let me know that he was just playing with him, or thought I was sharp enough to realize that he was just trying to get as much as he could get. That's his business tactics. Which now I know he still got those tactics. What I be telling you, bro, niggas don't need us or need you like that today. Nigga, we need to take this $10,000 podcast deal and be cool. But uh, so I say that to say that could have been a lot of posturing, but hey, man, I remember he was pissed behind Changes, who pushed that album. That's what got the exposure uh, for the greatest hits and got people because everything was done by videos or radio back then. Is how we didn't have all of this media type of advertisement that's going on today on the internet and all of that. People learned about what's out or what's hot from BET, MTV, or the box, or what was been playing on the radio. And so changes wouldn't have happened. He did not want those guys from the East Coast Trackmaster and them messing with that music. And the guy that was on it on the hook singing on it because he felt that was an East Coast guy. I think I found out he was from Texas or somewhere. I used to always say RL, but people have been correcting me and said it wasn't RL. But for some reason, I always give RL the credit for that, for being on that hook, but it wasn't him. Had nothing to do with it, I'm telling you. Trackmasters did that with Tom Wally, him and that boy Steve Stouts. They made that song happen, but we had to approve it being on there and being there, and everybody was going back telling you that song wasn't it. No verses already been out on Heaven Got a Ghetto, and I'm saying I don't care, I don't know. That song was going to push it. So yeah, the estate approved the Plaques for me. They know my involvement, and so that's all that matters. All eyes on me and Machiavelli. Yeah, I was just a guy that was around Suge every day that had a security company. But I also took that song to 3 or 4 distributors out there to continue to generate money. I'm the one that negotiated and got the the uh, the music away from Interscope and on to Priority, on to a company called D3, on to a company called DNA, and then eventually to Ron Winters production worldwide, uh, for the worldwide deal, and then lastly with Koch and E1 Entertainment. And so yeah, those albums wouldn't have happened, continued to happen, and till Tupac All Eyes on Me, until the end of time, Better Days, and Greatest Hits wouldn't have happened. Reggie was in control of all of those projects, along with Tom Wally and Molly, who was Afeni Shakur right hand. And so, yeah, that's just how it was. Everybody else is just like an opinion. But y'all know what they say about a motherfucker with an opinion? An opinion is what? Like an asshole. And everybody has one. Don't make it factual or truth.
Recently we found out, and actually you were the one, not you were the one, but I think we were the ones to first put out publicly that Kurt Cobain had passed away. Just as a little, shout out to him or a little dedication to him. Can you talk about any memories you have with him, or just working? I know he was pretty instrumental with Chronic 2000 and a couple of projects.
Yeah.
Can you speak on Kurt a little bit?
Kurt actually did some projects prior to that. He actually did something on either Gang Related or Gridlock. I forget which one. That he produced some song on or something. But he said somebody took the credit from him or something like that. Kurt Cobain was around. I jokingly and used to say, and he always called me, Reg, why you do me like that? You know I love you more than anybody. And called him Danny Boy's butler because of some of the things that he said on Art the Dialogue channel, and that I disagreed with. But Kurt was around. Kurt was a good dude. He was a hell of a talent, hell of a producer. Just didn't get that break that he needed. He's from Wisconsin, or right near Chicago, but he actually was from Wisconsin. But I heard he was living in Indianapolis or somewhere when he passed away. But hey man, Kurt, life's too short, y'all. And that's why I'm gonna stop all these beefs with people and stuff like that. Because lately I'm learning, man, it ain't worth it, man. Life is too fucking short. Live that life. Love your family. Worship God is what we're here for. That's what I believe. And take care of your family and live life to the best you can. Because, man, we done lost. Look how many people we done lost recently. Just the people around death row that we've been talking about, how many we have lost recently. And then you die, and they die, and then you be like, oh, I wish I would have said this. My boy D. Harper, he called me crying when he found out about Kurt. And he said, man, the last thing that Kurt knows about me is me talking bad about him on YouTube. He said, man, that nigga was in there with me every day in the whack room, making beats. And now that's the last thing he knows about me, or he remembers about me, is me talking bad about him. I'm gonna correct that. I'm gonna still be honest and set the record straight. You ain't gonna be able to get away with stuff. But unnecessary beefs, it's gonna stop. It's gonna stop with me. At least I won't try. Yeah. But yeah, shout out Kurt. Hopefully we could one day give the listing of the tracks that he did. And maybe John do that great research like he did on all the different Tupac, Snoop Dogg albums. You know, put up the songs that Kurt was a part of on Death Row. And so y'all know who Kurt is.